Welcome back to Sports Nightly. In 1963, the Toledo Speedway opened its doors to fans and racers, paving the way for future generations of drivers. Since then, the track has changed and become quite unique in its own way. Our CJ Perry joins us now with more.
This place is a special place. I'll call it special, but you definitely need to get a few laps in here, especially some of the competition that's here today. I mean, they have tons and tons of laps, so every time we're out here, it helps. Every time we come out and test on the off season, it helps. So yeah, I'm comfortable with it. It's really a really fun place to drive, and I enjoy it.
That's late model driver Frank Giovanni, and he's talking about Toledo Speedway. Giovanni is mostly known in this region for racing at Flat Rock Speedway, but in recent years he's been turning more laps at Toledo in a quest to tame the fast half mile. And what is it about Toledo Speedway that makes it so unique? If you ask Tanner Swanson, it's probably a track he'd like to forget. Swanson took this wild ride on a USAC race, and while he walked away unscathed, his car was not so lucky. For Cody Coughlin, who was racing full-time in the Truck Series this year, there's nothing tricky about Toledo. It's just another place to go fast.
You know, it's not that difficult of a track. I think it's just being patient in the race, because I think sometimes it's got a lot of grip and speed, and people just kind of get a little overexcited sometimes, and just staying patient and waiting for the right time at the end to make your move.
For some drivers, they can go a whole career without tasting victory at Toledo. For Dakota Carlson, he found the winning formula on his way to the Gold Cup title in 2014. But Carlson sounded pretty much like most racers when asked about his success.
My dad definitely put a lot, I gotta thank him, he put a lot of work into it. Between him and my crew and me, we just hit on something. Luckily, we gotta stay on top of it, stay up there, because we got the field covered as of right now. But anything can go wrong, and guys learn, they adapt, and they're gonna catch up to us, so we need to stay on top of our game. Toledo's one of my favorites. Between that and Dixie Speedway, definitely. And Dixie's a little 3/8, but it's quick, and Toledo's just fast, and I do love it here. It's fun to drive. It puts you on edge.
Tyler Rohrig joined his father, JR, on the prestigious list of Glass City 200 champs in 2016. This endurance test is a race that late model drivers covet, and the Rohrigs became the first father-son duo in the long history of the event to win the Glass City 200.
That's huge to me, because, like I said, I've never been, really good on the bigger tracks, but, my dad, he's taught me, pretty much everything I know, how to drive one of these things, and so, no, that means a lot to me. I mean, this race has been going on for, a long time, and it's just cool to be on the list, the same list as my dad and Terry Seneker and Jack Landis and, Tim Felver, just a lot of who's who in outlaw racing.
So as racing season motors on, it's important sometimes to stop and realize the place that Toledo Speedway occupies in the sport. It's a track that can dash a racer's season, or it can be the scene of a career-making highlight. And we'll just have to stay tuned for the next chapter in the story.